and welcome to Jude's History Museum. I will be telling you some history about different parts of the world, and here's the first one. This is a Native American axe, and this tool would be used to cut down trees and get wood for it, for the camps to have fires and build houses. And over here we have Native American tools that they could use to make knives or axes, and they can make fire like that. And these rocks may have been used as tools a long time ago. And moving on to a Mesoamerican temple. Temples were usually made around 15,000 BC and 1450 CE. And so temples are places where rulers of tribes made cities and civilizations. And this is Native American hunting for food. Native Americans usually used spears or bows to gather food, and they lived all over the USA, so they had a wide variety of food to get. An Indian plays many important roles in a tribe. Some hunt for food, while others make stuff like more tools for the people to hunt, and some build houses and places to live for other people. There are many more, but that's just a few of the ways. So now we're moving on to Africa. This is an African ceremonial shield that was used in duels or fights. And this shield was used in ceremonies, and it is a primary source. And we found this African rake while we were digging in the Sahara Desert. It's a primary source, and this type of rake would be used to make space for seeds or plants and farms. And now this is a model of what it looks like to be mining in an African mine. They're mining for this white stuff, which is salt, because they valued salt more than gold in ancient Africa. It's kind of strange, but they liked it better. And so if you were, the Africans go out every day to mine for salt and gold to try to find more, to trade for different stuff. But if you were a miner, it would be very hard because you would spend all day mining away at the ground in super hot desert sun, and it would just be very, very tiring. And now we are moving on to Europe. In Europe, there were usually kings or rulers. I made this one out of the Legos. And so the European kings, this is a primary source. Kings are often leaders of a country, and if you were a king, you would spend all day ruling everyone and everything. It sounds fun, but it's probably really hard work to make all of the right decisions and not have people get mad at you. This is another primary source, and it is a European knight. European knights were usually used and were guards to protect castles and the kings or other royal people. This is Christopher Columbus on his boat sailing to North America. He was not the first one to find it. So Christopher Columbus was the first person to find America. But, okay, so now, finally, moving on to the Columbian Exchange. So this is a traveler and trader who has a little cart with a little cargo on the back, and he's riding a horse. The travelers and traders, this is a primary source. Travelers and traders during the Columbian Exchange were important so that people could give and receive items from other people. And if you were a traveler or trader, they were usually always on long journeys to supply other people with goods, and it was probably very tiring. And this is a boat that carries lots of stuff for sailing farther and carrying more stuff. They would probably send all their cargo and stuff on boats. But a cargo boat this is another primary source. Cargo boats were used to carry more and go farther. Wait, no, actually this is a secondary source. The cargo boats were used to carry more and go farther than travelers. So, because travelers were meant to go for not extremely long distances, like they can't go from across the water, so they use boats. And if you are the captain of a cargo boat, you would almost always be out on the sea, so hopefully you do not get seasick. And then finally we have the unit timeline. I wrote every timeline stuff and dates that happened from 1500 BCE all the way to 1607. And I made it look like a snake. I don't know why, I just made it look like a snake. I also made some maps about the USA, which oceans were around there, and then I made a map about Africa, and finally I printed a map of Europe. It's okay. Europe. So, thank you for coming to Jude's History Museum, and hopefully you'll come to our future museum. Bye.